Is it recording? Oh, there we go. Now it's recording. Would you look at that? This might look a little different right now because I just moved them to here from there. There was a pain in the ass to mow in that area. There's a butterfly bush right there full of bees. I don't want the bees to get caught. Seriously, there are bees everywhere on that thing. And my neighbors think I'm weird. But yeah, it looks a lot better. Easier to mow, more privacy, all that jazz. The reason why I didn't move them here in the first place is because there used to be a lot of blackberry bushes, but those things were just borderline useless. And the last blackberry I ate had a mouthful of stinging ants. I was pretty tingly for about like 15 minutes after that. Highly recommend it. So yeah, not a whole lot has changed. I will say I have some new members of the family. I got an order from the Flight Trap King. It's actually the same guy I got my Durian's Colossus by Redman. Kilimanjaro by Lunchbox, which is weird because it's like a badass name and then a dumbass name. You know, Kilimanjaro by Lunchbox. Isn't Kilimanjaro like the second largest mountain on planet Earth? I don't know. I don't care. Another thing, wasps love this area because they like to drink the water. So they mainly hang out with plants with sphagnum moss in the soil. The Citacina tray, as you can see, there's actually one drinking out of that, and they also drink out of the purpurea pitchers. But like, I'm here so often that the wasps don't even care about me anymore. We almost have like a relationship together. It's kind of weird. Like, I can spray these guys. Like, because I spray these plants every day with water. Because, you know, now that I don't use the tray method anymore, I have to spray these guys all the time. I'm debating on going back to the tray method because watering these guys is a lot harder now. Because I literally had to spray these guys almost twice a day, especially these small pots here. I even had to repot my Mitriana Dark Burgundy about a lot of night. I had to repot that plant into a larger pot. It just kept drying out. As you can see, they just hang out. They don't even care about me. But yeah, they're not aggressive to me at all. I do my thing, they do their thing. Oh yeah, I forgot new plants. Got a minor Okefenokeensis. Check this out. I got this plant for 10 bucks. If you want to get an Okefenokeensis, get it from the Flight Trap King. 10 bucks. The original price is 12, which is still a steal. This plant came in very healthy. It's actually a pretty decent size. It's not big, but it's not tiny as well. It's not nearly as small as the one I got for predatory plants, which I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, that plant died. And I noticed on my unboxing video, the Okefenokeensis had black on the growing point. The growing point ended up rotting. The plant didn't even grow for me. The plant rotted and died. I contacted predatory plants about it. They did not respond. But yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Right here in the middle is a lot of maroon throat. I've never owned an Alata before, so now I do. But yeah, these plants, they came in great, really good prices. Like 10 bucks for this, 10 bucks for that, and like 15 for that. Not a bad deal. Especially this, 10 bucks for this. One plant that's turning out really good so far is Dionate Triton. Definitely one of my favorites. It even has some Filiformis growing inside. Oh, Macy. Nah, she don't care. I'm finally starting to get some of my weird traps on Trichterphale. Yeah, they're small right now, but they'll get bigger, don't worry. That's usually how the plant does. I did get another new plant, but it's just not a lot to look at right now. It's a mirror. These guys are cool, but these guys are still seedlings, so I can't expect much out of them. And also, I think they're burning. Sawtooth by Piranha. Oh, focus. Sawtooth by Piranha. I don't have a lot of hope for this plant. The gravel really hurt this one. Same thing with my Bristletooth. Where's the Bristletooth at? I lost it. Oh, yeah, it's right here. It's starting to grow, but not a lot. And the B52, at least the Razorback's recovering. It's tiny, but it's alive. Also has this weird mutation in one of the traps. That's pretty neat right there. So yeah, Razorback, not much. These guys are actually turning out pretty good. Red Piranha. I almost lost these guys last year from rot. Korean Melody Shark, it's really slow right now. It's just starting to give me new traps, but this plant is so slow. But the plant typically starts to get faster and faster once we reach midsummer. King Henry's doing really well. It's getting much bigger. Had a rough start, but it's doing a lot better now. They're everywhere all the time. Hummer's Hammerhead's finally starting to give me its summer pictures. This plant took a beating. Half the plant just straight up died. I don't know why. Finally starting to do something. The early season pictures are garbage, but once the summer pitches come in, it's a lot better. Devil's Armpit by Lico Red by Minor Okefenokeensis is doing very well. But yeah, this one here actually has my new champion, my tallest pitcher. Check that out. Very skinny pitcher though. Leo Wilkerson, very disappointing year sadly. It's a nice plant and all that, but God, I abandoned hope. 2020 plant. The newest picture is actually pretty small, but it's a lot more colorful, so you win some, you lose some. Man, I'm so disappointed in the Leo Wilkerson this year. It's because it's an early season plant, and I hate early season plants. I'll actually make a video about that. Oh, she's coming back. Oh, you shed so much. You may be old, but you're still a baby. We're gonna Durian's Colossus by Purpurea Rosea by Flava Red Tube. I gave it its own pot. It really deserved to be in its own pot. The plant that's taken its spot is the Leucophila by Flava Ornata Clone D. Yeah, none of my plants from Sarracenia Craze did too well this year. I'm guessing because they're new and they're both early season. Great. This is Drosera filiformis. I think this is Triton. I'm not entirely sure. I know it doesn't have a lot of leaves right now because it's working on the flowers, but I'm gonna let this thing seed. I want to see what happens. Geothendral's starting to get summer pictures. You can tell they're actually getting a little bit bigger and chewed by caterpillars. Oh, don't you just love caterpillars? My big typicals are doing so well. I've never had typical fly traps get this big before. It's huge. Scarlet Bell is doing so well. I've never had Scarlet Bell look this good before. Man, I love the name. Scarlet Bell. Rubra, I'm not entirely sure what variety. I do say it's weary eye, but I don't know. I don't think it's Rubra weary eye. They're starting to get to summer pictures. They're getting bigger. They're getting better. But I'm just going to say they're Rubra weary eye because it looks closest to it. Keatsby eye is doing very, very, very well. This is my Chapel Hill plant, doing great. My other abandoned hope's doing all right. This is the only Carnivorous plant out here that is not temperate. This is actually I think it's subtropical sundew. Tokenensis. I don't remember how you pronounce it. I don't care. It's a little burnt. They're adapting well to it. I'm seeing new traps. I'm also seeing blooms in the flower. So yeah. Yeah, it looks a little rough right now. Red Dragon's looking pretty nice. Happy about that. Cordia took a little bit of a beating. Remember when I was talking about how caterpillars are eating my plants? Well, yeah, they ate this one, except they ate the growing point. This one might be a goner. I hope not. Focus, please. They also hit bug bats. I mean, the last two pictures it was making was eaten, so yeah. Mitriona Dark Burgundy by a lot of night. Check that out. Not to mention the Leah Wilkerson leg. Fun times. This one plant I thought was a Leucophila. I think this is a Morii hybrid. Luckily, it's late season, thank God, but it gave me a new picture. And the first picture is this is not Leucophila. There's no way. But so this is definitely a Morii hybrid. So yeah, let's see how this plant looks. The newest picture is actually pretty nice. Not too fancy, but I'm okay with that. And of course, we can't forget Ladybug, my oldest Carnivorous plant. Keep going, bud. Keep going. A big old Propria colony. It looks fantastic right now. I'm really happy with this. It's just looking better and better every year. Except for that guy. For the past couple of years, has just not done well. And last but not least, we got the parsley. We've had this plant for like 2.5 years now. We're wondering how long we can keep this plant alive. So yeah, that pretty much just sums it all up. Everything's doing well. Let's just ignore that one. But yeah, I'm really happy with everything so far. The new spot, the plants are adjusting well to it. It's basically not much of a difference. They're getting pretty much the exact same amount of light. But yeah, plants are loving the spot, wasps are loving the plants, and of course I'm loving the plants, but I don't think they love me all that much. So yeah, that's it. Goodbye.